What is going on, everybody? My name is Conor Lawler. Welcome back to another week of Weird News Wednesdays. This is the Heroes for Hire podcast. We are back again talking all the strangest news stories from around the world. We talk about the news that the real news is too afraid to talk about. As always, I am joined by my partner in crime, Mr. Shaun Mead. Shaun, how is it going?
I'm good, Conor. It's very rainy outside, so apologies if I drift away down a river of rain at some point during this episode.
The summer is over. It's September, Shaun.
Summer ended all at once. There was no fade. There was no fade into autumn. It just went hard. No, it's raining for the whole week.
It's a hard no on the summer.
It's a hard no on the sun, please.
So this is Weird News, Shaun. What do we do here?
You have spent the week gathering all of the weirdest news stories from around the world. You are about to read all of those stories out to me, a man who has been too busy investing in wetsuits and kayaks to look at any weird news.
I keep saying, why a kayak though? If it rains, you're still in your home. Like, you don't need a kayak.
No, the water's gotten very high, Conor. All of the local drains are blocked. And so we're going to have kind of a. You ever see the movie 2012?
You need to evacuate.
No. I pay rent here, okay?
I'm here to record the podcast.
If I leave this house, they'll take my deposit, and I can't have that.
I'd rather swim.
I'd rather take my chances with the lake.
So Shaun, I mean, there's only one place to start weird news this week. Actually, just before we get into it, if you could give us a like and review, whatever podcast platform that you're listening to this on, would really help us out.
Oh, I'll do that now. Thanks, Conor.
If you still have not done it, I think we need to have a word.
And 5 stars. There we go.
Imagine you were like, and 4 stars.
Could be better. One of the hosts isn't great.
So Shaun, we're starting this week with, I mean, the internet is full of weird and wonderful stories, but this one really caught my eye, and I think a lot of people probably have heard of it. But it comes from Reddit. And then blew up on TikTok.
Oh, is this the song?
Shaun, this is the song.
Okay, I've been fascinated by this. This has broken me, Conor. I can't
There was no way we weren't starting with this story this week. Now, what's important though is that many people listening to this, Shaun, may not have heard the song nor the story. So I felt it was important to bring it up because it's in our weird little bubble.
Yeah.
But maybe not everyone has heard of it.
That's fair. This is also one of the few times where I know the story of the weird news, so I'll actually be of some use instead of just being like insane theories about the whole thing.
So to get you prepared, Shaun, the song is called Hudson Mohawk
by Seabat, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Who are you talking
about? I knew you knew, but I was just letting you know anyway. And if all the people want to look that up, please feel free. But
should I play it, or will we get copyright claim?
No, we're getting into it first.
Okay.
We don't play it just yet, Shaun. We need to set the scene. Because people are thinking, what the fuck's the deal with the song? Well, one Reddit user has made a bit of a confession about a certain song that he listens to. So one user going by the name of Tyler Life posted his harrowing story involving his poor partner and the Hudson Mohawk song Seabat. Okay, if you've not heard the story, strap in. So Tyler Life makes the admission that he had spent some time putting together a bit of a love-making playlist, Shaun.
As we all do.
As we've all done. He carefully curated the playlist to, perfectly resemble the rhythms that he was looking for.
See, it's the rhythm is my issue, but we'll get to
it. And so he said, while putting the tunes together, he came across one very special song that he threw into the playlist and is like, that's the home run. That's the Clubland banger I'm looking for.
That's when you really knock it out of the park in the bedroom.
Yeah. He said, I thought the song was perfect, and I always trust along with the tune and feel it gives me the perfect rhythm for doing the deed.
No. Trust along with the tune. Never describe anything like that, first of all. And second of all, there was also a post or a comment from his girlfriend, I believe, who presumably was involved in the experience. They had been together 2 years of this playlist, right? and she had said, look, can you stop with this song? Because I don't like it, and it's weird.
Important to mention, this is really nice, Shaun. We get to 50-50 the story, because, Shaun, what's important to mention here is that he said he wasn't very confident in the sexual world. So he created the playlist and listened to it every single time they ever had sex over the 2-year period that they were together. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, after 2 years, she says to him, I'm not that big on that song. Now, there's a lot in that sentence, because that means for 1 year, and I can only assume 11 months, she's been thinking, this fucking song is weird and I want to stop.
It would absolutely take you out of the moment, though. Like, it would. And the worst part is that the longer this playlist goes on and you realise he doesn't put it on shuffle, that you know it's coming. Because you learn the playlist and you learn what's coming up.
The situation is, no matter where they are, no matter what's about to happen, if they start getting in the mood, he's got to stop, pull out his phone, go to Spotify, play the playlist.
This is the thing. Like, and he's got to turn on the JBL speaker, and it's got to make that little noise that it does every time. It's like a dog whistle for having sex. Like,
no, what really stands out about this is you're thinking, right, what songs are you picking? Like, it's a playlist. I mean, it's a terrible idea, first of all, to not even a bit of shuffle, maybe 300 songs, acceptable. 7 songs, no shuffle, every time.
Every time it's the same. Like, now look, depending on the length of the songs, it might suit the event, but
each one, Jesus of Suburbia.
Just put that on repeat, leave it going for a while.
So, I mean, what you're thinking to yourself, right? Well, look, what's he throwing in? Tom Jones, Barry White, maybe.
I'd like to argue Barry White for a second.
Go on.
Let's Get It On is not a good song for getting it on. All these episodes are marked as explicit, by the way. I do have to say that just so we don't get emails.
And you know my follow-up to that statement is, Shaun, why?
It's too slow. It's too slow.
Some people like that.
For the whining and dining at the start. Excellent.
Beside the fireplace.
Beside the fireplace, you're both sipping a cognac kind of thing.
Yeah.
Ideal.
On the world's biggest rug made of bear.
It's made of 2 bears. They were also having sex.
Stitched together, listening to Barry White.
It's the only way to do it. But the actual song itself is quite calm, I would say.
Yeah. Now, the song itself is not Barry White, and is not Tom Jones, and is not anyone you think it could be. It's not by anyone you've ever heard of. It's Scottish DJ Hudson Mohawk, who has now gone back up to number 1, by the way, on the iTunes electronic charts.
Like, this man, I have this song on YouTube ready to go, right? This man uploaded it again yesterday to capitalise on the fact
Did right.
that it's popping off. Oh no, this man is like, he's doing really well for himself.
So, look, Shaun, I think it's all going to come down to this, right?
Yeah.
Whatever song you're imagining in your head will not live up to what song this is. Because the story goes, before we get to the play, is that 2 years into the relationship, Shaun, she said to him, I'm sick of these songs. Maybe we can stop.
We have a group playlist.
A group, maybe we go listen to anything else, anything in the whole world other than these 7 songs, okay?
Yeah.
But most importantly, then the next time, Shaun, maybe they got into the mood, she's thinking, right, this is his last chance. He, in his head, has then stated that even when the music wasn't playing, he was still in rhythm because he was singing it in his head.
And she knew. She knew it.
How scared do you have to be as a person that she is still like, this motherfucker's still in rhythm.
Oh, it's like the trauma of those 2 years. Like, this woman can never go to a club again, presumably, because any
Even
beeps
with
or boops will remind her of this.
Even with no music there, she was still able to recognise the rhythms that he was, because he was doing it in his head. And I think that's a sign of, I can only assume, torture. That this woman's been tortured with this song.
I feel it's a vicious cycle as well, because like this man was nervous, so he made a playlist, and the playlist made him more confident. But then it got into a cycle where this specific song made him more confident. And he could only perform under the circumstances while listening to that song. So now his bass rhythm for having sex is this song.
Shaun, I think the time has come for all the listeners, and I think, do you want to do it through your microphone? So
yeah, we'll do it as high quality as possible. So I'll play it from my phone into my
through the microphone, but I will recommend people also go listen to themselves. It starts off, I want to tell people, you're going to want to laugh at the start. It's not actually that crazy at the start, right?
Yeah.
It's actually pretty normal. And it's weird. It's a bit of trap music, but it's fine. You'll know when the moment comes in the song that she had a problem with. That's
it. Do you know how far it is into the song, just so we're not...
I think it's like 20 seconds in.
Absolutely fine. Absolutely fine by me. So here we go. I'll boost the audio if it doesn't work.
Okay.
So this is fine. Your standard Hollywood film.
Look, you're getting in the mood. You know what I mean?
You're on Dust 2 Bears.
It's not that bad.
Fairly normal.
Yeah, it's...
Here we go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
See, what's interesting, it's the A rhythm of it. Like, there's nothing here. And it goes again. Now,
just listen to that rhythm. And
imagine this man sweating over you while doing this. And that's all fine. Look, even if the song was playing, maybe... I'm going to pause this. Even if the song was playing, maybe you could get into it. But him doing that motion on his own, in his head, is endlessly hilarious to me.
The idea that he's like... in his own head.
And the thing about it is that I've seen... As you know, Connor, I'm the emissary to TikTok of the podcast. And I've seen a lot of TikToks.
Haven't posted there in about 6 months.
Look, we're doing our best. It's an audio-based platform. It's hard. We're both busy, Connor. So
emissaries would have time.
Emissaries will get paid.
That's true.
There's a trend of people being like, my boyfriend did it in his head but didn't tell me. So other people have now taken this song as their sex song.
I feel like you'd feel violated. You know, it's not the worst thing you could do, but it's also something that I think I would feel dirty.
Yeah,
I wouldn't.
But then, like, imagine the conversation of being like, look, I want to try something.
Hear me out.
It's going to sound mad, but I found this playlist.
Yeah.
And is it better if it's a surprise or they know about it?
Oh my God. He even admitted to playing the song with his ex-partner's family at the dinner table, who exclaimed how terrible his taste in music was.
I've seen this as well. And then they did this, and then he got messages after it blew up on TikTok, because they're like, that's the song you played for us. But the dude, like, he came out and he was like, no, this is me. I made the Reddit post. Here's the full playlist. And it's like, it's Seabat. There's Skrillex features quite heavily as well. Bit of dubstep going on. This man's still in 2012. Like,
tell you something, if he's keeping up with the dubstep when the bass drops.
I feel like, I mean, at that point, I'd be worried about him if he is.
I'd be checking medical facilities. Like, that pace. If he's doing that for the whole of Skrillex.
Yeah, no, like, and what I would do is I would do, like, some of that Seabats and trap stuff, dance, and then just in the middle of it, just a Staying Alive, perhaps.
Bee Gees.
Get the Bee Gees involved in the bedroom.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, that's not bad now.
That's what BG stands for, is bedroom guys, you know? That's...
Bedroom guys.
Bedroom guys.
Are you a BG? I'm a BG.
High fives for my BGs.
And nobody high fives. I mean, once you've heard the song, listeners, I think we can all agree, you go back to that woman's trauma for 2 years. And it really puts into perspective what she's been through.
Was he just, like, 2 years of it, right? Was he just really good in bed? To like, put up with that?
To the rhythm! That must have been it!
Maybe the rhythm, maybe that is the secret. Because, yeah, it has to be, that has to be the rhythm he's talking about, like, the little, like, horn things. Like, that's when the movement happens.
You said that so weird.
I feel like this is a family show. It's absolutely not.
No.
But it feels weird to just talk about
this story is just the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. So I just really had to talk about
the
it.
fact that it happened like over the space of 2 or 3 days as well.
Yeah.
That all of this shit came out.
And blew up. And this man just made one Reddit post because he was innocently being like,
was this an Am I the Asshole
broke
post?
up with me.
Where he's like,
he's just like, my girlfriend broke up with me and I just had a playlist. Like, what's up with that? And then someone was like, what's one of the songs?
Yeah.
and he was like, oh, just one of these. And then everyone's like, that's the weirdest song I've ever heard in my whole life.
I think that's the first time anyone's ever heard a song like that, ever.
Ever. You can't predict what's about to happen once it starts.
What now? See, the thing is that, well and good for that DJ, he's making money off it. What I pity is the local small town nightclubs where it's going to be Mr. Brightside fades out.
Yeah.
And there's a beat and suddenly this kicks in. And all 20 people in the nightclub lose their minds. But then they have to go through the full 3 minutes of the song.
The full 3. I mean, they said it was like the Chipmunks.
It is a little bit. Or like those, you know, those like squeaky toys you can get that do like different tones.
Yeah, mouse squeak.
That's, yeah, that kind of thing.
Oh, man.
Which is not what you want in that scenario, I would say.
Just too holy. That woman has the patience of a saint. 2 years.
I'd say she's the patience of a fucking Buddhist monk, that she can just like astral project herself into somewhere else.
How? 2 months? 2 years? Like,
but I think I love the final straw being he was doing it in his head. So she knows this is never going away. It's not getting any better.
That's what it does, right? First date, second date, third date. I think you're like, it's fucking weird, but I don't know him well enough to say anything.
Maybe it's just a thing that he has.
Like 6 months in, surely it comes up, and you don't say it outright. Just go, do you not think it's a bit weird, that song? I'm not a big fan of it, but like, it's a bit weird.
Yeah, like the fact that it's on every time. Like, if even if you know, mix it up and have like a mariachi band someday. But
oh my god, I'm sweating. Call the ambulance.
God, oh, he's caught fire. Is what's after happening there.
He's caught fire. Like, he took out a small loot when he was going.
He danced down the street and led a bunch of rats away. It was great. I'm all for a bedroom playlist and all that, but like, it has to be a collaborative thing as well. And like, I think you should get a veto on a song to be like,
I think you get a few vetoes.
Oh yeah,
I think at least 50 vetoes.
If there's 50 songs on that playlist, you get 25 vetoes each, is what I would say.
That's true. Yeah, you got to go back to back.
Ultimately making it not enjoyable for anyone.
The Irish way. Right?
Oh, it's the only way to have it.
So we're moving on, Shaun, to our next piece of news, and I'm moving on to a family brawl that erupted over very serious conditions. Family brawl erupts over cheese in a can, ends in a tasering and arrest.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Jesus Christ. Ha ha ha. Cheese.
Oh, good.
Nice. Nice to my own joke.
Petty family arguments can erupt over anything, even cheese, Shaun. However, it might be a good idea to ensure those arguments remain petty and don't erupt into an all-out brawl. A family in Louisiana did not heed that warning when the police had to be called and dispatched to their residence after a call over a disturbance. Once police officers had finally made contact with the family, they soon became aware that what had started as a little quibble had turned violent.
A little quibble? A little quibble over some cheese?
You don't hear quibble used these days.
No, when's the last time you've had a quibble with someone?
I've had a mealy. I've had an altercation.
I've had a spat. I've had a couple of spats.
Oh, a spat is a good one. A spat is a good one. Would you want to talk about spitting?
Oh, Jesus.
If we start talking about, Harry Styles and Chris Pine and all that stuff, no?
Did he actually spit on him? Is that a thing?
I couldn't see in the video, man.
Couldn't analyse the footage. We needed to enhance.
They couldn't analyse it.
I have loved people have been fucking with the footage. So I saw one video where Harry Styles just throws a goat on Chris Pine.
I've seen that as well.
Yeah, it's good.
If anyone hasn't seen, we're now talking about the drama of Don't Worry Darling, the movie.
I need someone to break that down for me, by the way.
I can break it down for you right now if
Please
you like.
do, I would love that. We'll get back to Cheese Family, but this...
It doesn't have anything to do with weird news, but it's kind of weird movie news.
It's kind of a hybrid of the two shows that we do. We do 3 shows.
So here we go, right? Do you want me to break it down?
Just very briefly, if you don't mind.
Right? Very briefly, right? So there's a movie, Don't Worry Darling.
Yes.
Hire Florence Pugh in, right?
Great.
They get Shia LaBeouf to play her husband in the movie.
Okay.
Right? Shia then has that whole allegation against him that he's not a nice man. Okay?
Yeah.
So Florence comes to Olivia Wilde, who's the director, and she's like, I don't feel comfortable working with Shia anymore. I'd like him off the movie.
Okay, a fair request to make.
Olivia's like, look, I'm looking out for you. I'm your best pal. Yeah, I'll do that for you.
And that'll never change.
and so Shia's gotten rid of off the movie.
Okay.
And then Harry Styles comes in. And Harry Styles is currently, I think, dating Olivia Wilde. It's a whole thing.
She was with Jason Sudeikis for ages, I believe.
Yeah, but I think Florence Pugh is friends with Jason. Right, so Harry comes in, right? Now he's in the movie as the lead of the husband, right? Olivia comes out during the promotion and is like, oh, we got rid of Shia because Florence felt insecure and I'm all about, women. I'm helping women, right?
Okay.
And then the details drop shot that Olivia had sent videos. Shia came back with receipts because he was like, I did not get fired, I quit, and here's a video of Olivia Wilde saying Florence Pugh, she needs to really grow up and just start working with you. I don't want to get rid of you off the movie. I think you're a great guy. Right?
Jesus Christ.
That's all going on, right?
Okay.
Now they have to promote the movie. And the drama now is that Florence Pugh hates the fucking movie, right? She doesn't want to be involved in
She doesn't want to be a part of any of this.
She doesn't want to hang out with Olivia Wilde. She thinks she doesn't like her, right?
Yeah.
So Chris Pine is also in the movie. He's just somewhere in the middle.
He's just acting. He's just doing his job.
He just did a job and he went home. Right? And so then you also have Harry Styles is there.
Yeah.
He's obviously on Olivia Wilde's side because they're together. So then Florence Pugh is by herself. And then they did the recent promotion in Venice. And she was like, I'm not turning up to the press conference. And she's the lead actress in the movie.
Insane. Props to her though. And she brought her I think she brought her granny to the Venice Film Festival as well.
And then apparently a video came out of Harry Styles spitting on Chris Pine at the premiere. But everyone was like, and then also there's loads of videos of Chris Pine during the press conferences just rolling his eyes because he's so sick of everything.
There's a thing and Harry Styles is like, oh, the best thing about this movie is that it's just like a movie, you sit down in the cinema and it's like going to the cinema. It's like, what are you saying?
He's just saying things.
So, okay, thank you for that brief rundown of everything going on.
There's your brief rundown of all the drama.
Are we going to review that movie or do we care?
It unfortunately it came out to bad reception.
Right.
Which is even more hilarious that all these very attractive human beings are beating the shit out of each other over a movie that's average.
Or nearly bad, I would say.
It's just fine.
I love when Harry Styles says it's Morbin time.
If you haven't kept up with that, these are the two big stories of the week. Is Don't Worry Darling and the video that guy, the song that guy has sex to.
Yeah. That's all the internet has been this week. And you know what? It's been a nice change of pace.
So
Cheese family.
Cheese family, Shaun. We're getting back to the story. Apparently, one of the family members told police officers that their 19-year-old sister, Princess Araya Williams, had allegedly sprayed the cheese at them several times. As the argument began over the spray cheese. It isn't clear how a can of serrated cheese ended in fisticuffs, but the information that we do have is apparently that one of them had the spray cheese. The other one wanted the spray cheese.
Right. Okay, it's classic economics.
And then what happened is, one of them, with spray cheese, sprayed the other one with the spray cheese. Which ended up with a brawl breaking out amongst the family.
So that was like the gun that started World War One, essentially. That killed Archduke Franz Ferdinand. Now, the thing about it is, technically, both sides were happy because one person had a can of spray cheese, the other person wanted some spray cheese. So legally, they were given some spray cheese. They should be happy. Your Honour.
They just had to stick out their plate of bread and just catch it.
Would you eat spray cheese?
No, I think it's one of the worst inventions. I don't think you should eat anything that comes in a can and you spray it out.
What about whipped cream?
No, I'm making my own.
You're whipping your own cream?
I'm whipping my own cream.
Dad, you said that with such a serious look on your face.
It's the most serious I've ever been.
No, Shaun. I'm whipping
Shaun,
my own cream.
I'm not fucking around here, right? I'm making my own cream.
You're whipping your own cream, you're steaming your own milk. What happened to you, man? Used to be cool.
I make my own custard. Don't buy any ready-made custard.
How do you make custard? It comes in a box.
What do you mean you can't? Custard comes in, it comes in a powder.
Yeah, it comes in a powder. That's not making your own custard, is using custard powder.
Yeah, but people buy like the ready-made shit that you just put in the microwave.
First of all, that stuff's class, okay? I would have that with a straw, please. Second of all, you can't use powdered custard and say you make your own custard.
Sure, I'm not going to make the granules, am I?
It's fucking eggs, lad.
Alright, you go make some custard.
I will. I'll eat a lot of custard on my own and feel good about myself.
It's just eggs and sugar.
Pretty much, yeah.
Put together, boys, but it's nice. Have you ever had custard and apple tart?
Did you ever? Oh, custard and apple tart is
it's the dream.
Top tier. It is top tier.
It's the dream.
Rhubarb and custard?
I don't... not as big on rhubarb, but I'll take it. But I don't like when they give me cream, no custard. Cream and apple tart. Get the fuck out of here.
What about ice cream and apple tart?
No, I'm taking custard. Custard has to go with apple tart.
Look, I think, right, vanilla ice cream, cold preferably, on top of a hot slice of apple tart. Then that's as good as apple tart and custard in my head.
Do you know what I've realised? Is I actually, if my food is... I've got into a thing now where I like my food mildly warm because I can eat it faster.
What happened to you? Why you're so Patrick Bateman about it, trying to be as efficient as possible.
Like, I don't care. Like, just give me the food as fast as possible.
So like, what are you eating? Like tepid then? What food?
No, not tepid. Not like I'm not looking for it to be tepid. What I'm saying is, like, say if I have training, right? Sometimes training starts at 8. I don't get home until maybe 10 o'clock. Maybe there's some food there. Maybe there's some leftovers, right?
Yeah.
You're thinking, right, leftover dinner. Might throw it in the microwave.
Classic, right? Yeah.
I'm eating all that cold. I don't give a fuck, right? Just it'd be grand, right? It's cooked. It's fine.
I'm on board with that because I'll do
Carrots,
that for a lunch.
Potatoes, meat, grand.
Yeah, pasta. Love cold pasta once it's been cooked and like left in a Tupperware.
No, actually, I haven't eaten a cold pasta.
Oh, it's very good. Okay, imagine this, right? You make bolognese the night before. Make an extra cheeky portion for yourself.
An extra cheeky one?
An extra cheeky portion. And the thing is that you do your pasta and everything like that. Finish the pasta in the bolognese, right? Serve 2 plates for yourself and your significant other. And then put the rest in a little Tupperware, save it for tomorrow. Then you can just eat it right out with the Tupperware. Pasta's already done. It's got a lovely flavour to it. All the flavours get to know each other, Connor. Excellent.
Do you think we should have the world's worst food show?
I think we should. Just us being like, us making our like still student meals, essentially.
Just me being like, I want to eat as little and as efficiently as possible.
Would you do those like silent, like the nutrient protein drinks that is like a full meal in a bottle?
Yeah.
Would you do those just for efficiency's sake?
No, I do like food though. Like, I do like it. That's why my favourite food is sushi, because it's not roasted hot. Like, it's just... Like, I can just eat 19 pieces in like 4 seconds.
I think that might be a world record, actually, Connor.
I'm going for it.
Because I know people that would have... I've offered them this like trade, and it's like, you get a pill, and it makes you full, and it gives you all the nutrients you need. Would you take that? And you can just do that for the rest of your life.
What's the other pill?
No, the other side of that is you just eat food as normal. Okay. And you get to taste and enjoy food. And like, I've had a couple of people say they would take the pill just to be like more efficient about it.
And does it give me the nutrients I need at any given moment? Because maybe you're working out. Maybe you need a bit more protein.
That's it. No, the pill is perfectly suited. That's a loud truck that just went past the house. I'm sorry. The pill is perfectly suited to whatever gains or cuts you are trying to make at the minute.
Right. Okay.
And it gives your body all of it. You won't feel hungry at all. You're the perfect level of full all the time.
Oh, fuck yeah. Let's do this.
Would you do that?
Let's fuck around.
No, sometimes you need just a bit of a bigger portion to make yourself miserable.
You save a lot of time though. Like, you ever like in a rush to do something, you're like cooking something real quick. It's a nightmare. That's why you
get ramen. That's why you get ramen noodles, right? 2 minutes.
But then they're always roasted. You take them out, you burn your tongue. That's the worst feeling in the world.
Secret is, right? And then, look, this is kind of a monkey's paw trade situation. You don't boil the kettle all the way. You boil it so it's the perfect temperature to drink.
How would you know?
Because I'm very familiar with my kettle, Connor.
You boil the kettle so it's the perfect temperature to drink.
That's
just
it.
By looking at it.
You can tell by the way the bubbles move. And then you pour it in. It makes the ramen take 4 minutes, but you can just guzzle it off down. You know?
Right, okay.
Fairly standard, I would say.
I need less time than 4. I want 0. Just give me a pill.
What if I leave an open packet of ham and bread on the counter?
How many days that it's left there?
3, but it's very cold in the kitchen.
Load of flies.
Rake of flies. Rake of flies
all over it. Grand, get it into me.
That'll be fine.
We're moving on, Shaun, to our next piece of news. I don't think we ever talked about cheese, but it's fine.
It's awful. They fought over it. How dare they?
It's grand. Shaun, we're moving on to our next piece of news. And, I mean, it's a man looking for love again.
Is this the lad from the first story?
No, it's not the man from...
Because he's recently single.
To be honest with you, it might be. A man who grew fed up of being single has now started a family with a rag doll and says he's planning his dream wedding.
We covered this story, surely. A shockingly... Another ragdoll marriage.
Another ragdoll... A sentence that hasn't been ever said before.
No, the first time, because the original sentence was a ragdoll marriage, and now it's another ragdoll marriage.
The man is planning his dream wedding with the ragdoll after starting a family together.
Do we have pics of the ragdoll family?
Oh, we do, and the ragdoll is as bad as you think it'll be.
Oh God, is it like a Raggedy Ann situation?
Oh no, it's not a Raggedy Ann situation. It's like a full doll.
Okay, here we go. Oh! No! Oh, they're kissing! Oh, no! Oh, no, I don't... Oh, the kids are worse. No.
The kids, they're worse. They're not the future. They should be the fucking past. They're disgusting.
They look like you would use them on like a gun range as something you're not meant to shoot, but you really want to.
According to his clips, the pair have recently celebrated their 1-year anniversary together.
Oh, great.
And I mean, look, it's. I suppose it's tough to, get angry or fall out when only one of you can communicate, really.
That's true. That's true. It does make the song choice easier in the bedroom.
He does. There's no vetoes.
No vetoes.
Oh, another yes.
See that again, you say?
So he took to TikTok. I'm not going to give you his @ because he doesn't deserve it. And he finally found his love called Natalia. And in videos showcasing their relationship, the man can be seen going out for a stroll and shopping with Natalia, who has even met his family.
How did that go? Is there a video of that?
I hope so. Have you ever seen Silver Linings Playbook?
No, I have not.
Danny DeVito plays the dad in that, and I want that vibe when this guy brings Natalia home.
When he drags her across the threshold.
Just disappointment in his voice. But it isn't just the pair, Sean. There's also a couple of ragdoll kids, the ragtag group.
Yeah, that's a lot of minding. Or like it's a lot of.
No, it's not.
It's a lot to carry around with you. Is
True.
What I was trying to say.
That is a lot of carrying around, especially for like fatherly duties. I mean, how are you going to help out with the homework?
Yeah.
You got to chill watching TV.
They're never going to learn to ride that fucking bike.
Just pushes them down the hill. Sellotapes their hands to the handlebars.
The hill leads to a big cliff, and at the bottom of the cliff is like the open top sword factory.
Oh no!
They were right next to the pillow land.
I was aiming for that. However, not everyone is happy for the guy and his out of the ordinary setup. So much so that he's even had to delete some comments on some of his clips due to nasty remarks from strangers.
Well, that's the haters, Like we love love here on the podcast. So
yeah, we're just pointing out to this man. Although you did react when you seen him and his children.
I did have a visceral reaction of hatred.
You had a visceral of hate, really.
It was hate. It was hate, fear, disgust. Happy for him, Just he's living his best life.
He says, "I watch TV with my little girl, and we talk about everything."
I also watch TV alone sometimes.
Sometimes I watch things I like alone.
Just who can say why? So he has a son and a daughter, is it?
Yeah. He also says, "I've lasted all year with her, and I plan to get married."
But okay.
See, what's in that sentence though is you said, "I plan to get married." Now, in my experience, a marriage is normally a we situation.
That's true. Marriage should be a discussion.
Certainly
shouldn't be a surprise to anyone. I was going to say living or dead there, but that's...
I thought we were going to the cinema.
No, honey. We're going to the chapel. And we're going
I've got the band ready.
I planned the whole thing without you knowing. You had no input at all. This will go fine.
Man. And now look, and also this article, Sean, says, believe it or not, this man isn't the first person to fall head over heels with a rag doll and decide to start a family.
As reported on by the Heroes for Hire podcast.
Exactly. And there was a woman who married a ragdoll last year and called it Marcelo. Now she was a bit more of a romantic, you know what I mean? It was love at first sight for them. And they got hitched and they have a ragdoll baby together. Now they have a baby. If we remember the image from, I think it was earlier this year or last year, the image of the baby was horrifying.
Yeah, it
so
was.
This guy's got one more. He's going through the terrible 10-year-olds, the 9-year-olds. You know what I mean? It's a difficult time. You got to teach them things.
Yeah, they're just becoming proper humans at that point, So they have opinions and shit. You got to lock that shit down.
She doesn't fight with me. She doesn't argue, and she just understands me.
Would you not? I feel it would be more socially acceptable to have a sex doll. At that point.
At that point, just get the fucking sex doll and be done with it.
We know that's what you want, ultimately. Trying to soft launch a sex doll.
And might as well get one that's built for it.
Yeah, that has all the, and that's, easy. Look, and not to get too crude, easy to clean as well, and then...
But I just think in terms of logistics, I think, it's surely, at that point, if you've made that decision, it's just easier.
Yeah, ultimately it's more it's built for purpose as a companion, I would say. And then fair enough, keep the ragdoll kids because they're just throw them in the wardrobe and then they'll be grand.
I think they're called dolls.
Buy some dolls. Yeah, does this man just want to collect dolls?
And look, it's fine, but I mean, you shouldn't really have sex with them though.
No, especially if they're child dolls.
Don't introduce them to your family.
No, keep that shit. Have a room in your house where you just keep your sex doll and just.
I'm thinking of the episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine when they go to the hotel and it's covered in weird fucking dolls.
Oh yeah.
Now that's what you're looking for.
That's the dream setup.
That's
right
the
there.
dream. I'm saying this seriously. That's the dream. Sean, we're going to have to move on to our next piece of news, and it's one of my favourite things: a race. that we don't get to see every year. Once a year, Shaun, an annual race that we cover, and you know they're going to be weird because there's always normal races going on. What I'm looking for in weird news is the type of races that me and you can take part in, really.
And stand a good chance in. Like there was that...
certainly.
There was the brewery marathon in Australia that we talked about. There was the downhill cheese race not too long ago.
Have you ever seen dinosaurs run races, Shaun? As it just happened in Washington.
They're extinct, Connor.
A video of humans dressed as dinosaurs running in a race is the recent internet sensation.
Is this the dinosaur costume I'm imagining?
This is the dinosaur costume you're imagining.
Perfect.
With the big floppy head, and they're all grey, and they're all running along.
And people used to wear them to the supermarket during COVID. It was all a funny time. Excellent.
Yes, well, they now got 150 people to dress up as one of them. Start off in, you know, like the greyhound racing. You know the boots that they start off in on one of those dirt tracks.
They got humans into those.
They got humans into those and they set 150 of them off at once.
Jesus Christ, how many falls and immediate broken ankles were there?
What I will say, Shaun, there is a video. If you would like to see the video of the race, it's 100 metres, 1/16 of a mile. And it's on the Emerald Downs Oval. I think that must be the name of the race. So in 2019, the race was the very first ever dinosaur race took place. The footage of the event was one of the most watched videos that year, as it was viewed over 100 million times.
This is comical. This looks like I'm having a stroke.
It didn't take place for almost 3 years due to the pandemic, but it came back last week, Shaun.
Your man's fucking sprinting. Oh, there's a big pile up at the end. Oh, they all tripped over each other. Is that a child in front?
Yeah, child.
They can't let kids run in this, surely.
No, you have to fucking kick them out of the way.
Like, what started this? Why is this done? Is this a charity thing for like to
race? It's not a charity thing, it's just a race. So what happened is there's only one requirement to participate in the race. So you could literally be anyone. You could be Usain Bolt dressed up in a dinosaur costume. You could still take part in the race. However, the one requirement, Shaun, you have to be dressed as an inflatable dinosaur.
Okay, how far can we take that rule? Because what if me and you did like a 2-person like Stegosaurus kind of costume?
Because we're way slower.
No, but we'd be the people's champion though, because we'd be different. Everyone's picking the T-Rex for speed.
Yeah,
but like if you
pterodactyl.
Oh,
glide,
inflatable hang glider.
Inflatable hang glider, and you just basically set off and then just take off until the end. You glide until the finish.
Velociraptor. That would just be it was a smaller costume, I grant you, but it's a faster dinosaur, so
is it?
Might work, is all I'm saying.
You don't know if it's faster.
Oh no, he's a plesiosaur. He's suffocating. He needs to be in water.
Get like really in depth about. It's like I'm a fucking herbivore. I actually haven't eaten meat constantly for the last few months.
Yes, I move slow because I need to metabolize all these plants.
I'm in this costume. You know what I mean? I'm in this costume. Shaun, I just want to ask the question: when are we taking place in this race? When are we lining up? 150 people. I could easily come 7th in this race.
I think I'd come first, honestly. Why are you laughing? Why do you immediately laugh?
Because every one of these, you always say, I'd come first.
I think I'd win, lads. I think I'd be great.
And I always say, I might come 10th, and you go, I'd fucking win the thing.
Dream big is all I'm saying, you know? Well, like the fact that I have a rotated kneecap, that'll play no part in this.
But that's good though, because if the race changes lanes halfway through, you got to run backwards.
That's true.
Your knee's already turned around.
I'm going to kind of pivot on it.
You got a knee on a swivel.
That's what they want in a runner.
A good, not very strong knee on a swivel.
Yeah, a good rotatable knee. That's what we want.
So another race is organised for Japan, Shaun, in a few months. Will we do that one? Yeah, we'll fly to Japan for this one race.
And then just fly straight home.
Yeah, well, I've nothing else to see.
Will we buy the costumes out there, or should we pack them, you know?
That's one of those paddock things, because they might not have good ones there.
Or they might have better ones, you know.
But it's a nightmare suitcasing them all up, getting them out.
That's the thing, because you have to, like, if I was bringing it, I'd bring it inflated, like, so I would get it a seat on the plane beside me.
You're wearing it in the fucking plane. Or in the airport.
That's true, actually. Yeah. Have to get through security with
going
that.
through the passport thing. Putting down your passport. Your man just looks at you and looks at
it's a front-on T-Rex on my passport.
Alright, carry on.
Alright, go on. Welcome to Japan.
Just says you were born in 1 million BC. I was, yeah.
Yeah, they look good for my age, don't I? Oh, jeez.
We're going to moisturise that. Anyway, yeah. I have a few guns in the bag. Anyway, I'll talk to you later. So we're moving on to our next piece of news, Shaun, and we have a Nebraska man who has broken a world record.
Good for Nebraska man.
A man has paddled 38 miles down the Missouri River in a hollowed out pumpkin.
Oh, is this man from a Lewis Carroll novel?
So, a Nebraska man paddled 38 miles down the Missouri River on Saturday in a boat made from a hollowed out pumpkin to celebrate his 60th birthday and hopefully set a Guinness World Record.
Man, I wish I was that cool when I was 60. How big is this pumpkin? Is there photos of this?
It's an 846 pound pumpkin, Shaun.
Huh?
846 pounds. Dwayne Hansen set out at about 7:30 a.m. and he got to Nebraska City at 6:30 in the evening.
Man, okay. It's quite a big, it's a very big pumpkin. It's not as big as I was imagining.
I mean, 846 pounds is still pretty big.
No, yeah, absolutely. This man is able to comfortably, like, kneel in this pumpkin and paddle down. Fair play to him.
The pumpkin vessel had the name SS Bertha written on the back and had a cup holder carved into the hull.
It's like, no. This is what I need for my world record attempt. Hydration.
Hansen's wife was present at the race. How little do you think she cares about this?
She was present, not happy.
He's meant to be at work today, but he decided to come here.
How much pumpkin do you think they ate in preparation for this?
I think she's fucking sick of looking at him sitting in that fucking pumpkin. He's been sitting in the garage for months.
Just hollowing it out. Hollowing it out. It's got to stink at some point. Like,
just...
Cause, like a Halloween pumpkin that you'd have at Halloween, presumably, that like gets bad after, a week or two, and that's much smaller, is all I'm saying.
So apparently the previous longest journey by the pumpkin boat was 25.5 miles, which is 41 kilometres.
Still quite a length, but this man did an extra 10 miles on that?
No, he did an extra 1 mile. So
excuse me.
20... Or was it? No, 38 miles. Sorry, no, you're right. Yeah, like 13 extra miles on that.
I mean, overachiever. But was someone from Guinness World Records present to verify it?
This is the moment, Shaun, that's not very nice, because Kyle Galloway from Guinness World Records, the spokesperson, told CNN that the organisation had received his application and was awaiting evidence to review. So, if somebody didn't record him from start to finish, we have no evidence that this ever took place.
Right. I doubt that happened, I'll be honest.
He's 60 years old. I don't know if he's TikToking his whole live streaming on Instagram the whole way down.
Well, maybe, I don't know. Maybe Google was tracking his phone. Maybe we can hope for that to have happened.
That's good, but they could easily see he was in a car.
Or in a regular boat if it was going down a river.
Yeah, it's in a speedboat.
He did it really quick.
Yeah.
So I think he's going to have to do it again then.
I think there's only one explanation, that he's got to do it again. But
upstream this time, like really fucking paddle.
Really fucking paddle, right? Let's do it properly, Dwayne.
Go on, if you want to win.
Decimate all competition, Dwayne. Imagine he goes back to the wife and he's just like, I gotta do it again.
Honey, you're not gonna like this.
No, you don't. They've taken everything from us.
That you love that pumpkin more than you love this family.
God damn it, Suzanne. I've got to do it for the kids.
he's already carved a face in it, so it's like all the water
No, he
goes in.
carved a sad face as she's shouting at him.
He has the eyes and the nose done, and he's looking from her to the pumpkin and her to the pumpkin.
Don't you do your emotions in that pumpkin again, Dwayne. I hate when you do that.
Slow, sad, very small, sad face carved into it.
No, he does the two eyes and she's like, don't, does the nose. Don't fucking stop there, right? Do not do a sad face. You're happy. You're happy now. We're finished, aren't we? He starts off on the left-hand side and just starts slowly doing a very slow arch. No!
I mean, look, as festive boats go, like, that's a good Halloween boat. Bit early, I might say, but he's the man has a dream, and I'm willing to give him. I'd give him the world record.
Well, I'm sure he'll be happy to hear that from you, spokesperson for not the Guinness World Record people.
No, I award world records while drinking Guinness. That's how I work.
You do seem like the type of guy. Go on, run the fucking town. I'll give you a fucking medal, lad.
I'll draw you a medal and I'll give it to you.
We're moving on to Florida Man Shaun. As Florida Man, I mean, look, this is one of those situations where it's his word against the police, and I think you're going to have to try and defend him, because I have drunk Florida man charged with burglary after apparently accidentally falling through homeowner's window.
I mean, what was it, an upstairs window? Because that will really affect my argument.
A Florida man who had a bit too much to drink was arrested for burglary after he denied breaking into the house, but rather broke through the house, Shaun. Huh? Now, so that's your opening in front of the judge.
Is it? I'm just going to rip it from this article?
Yes. The caller told deputies that he found a dirty, shirtless male on his front porch who left and headed southbound. Deputies say they discovered the male, matching the description, standing outside of a pickup truck, occupied by another male and a female. So the male identified himself as David Randall Dominguez. He told the deputies that his truck had broken down and he had been there all night, and that the male sitting in the truck was his uncle and the female was his mother. So, I mean, all figured out here, all solid.
Man's painting a picture of his family tree. I can appreciate that.
My uncle John, twice removed, he was here recently, but he actually moved away.
And who's John's father? Who's John's father?
John's father is Mick. Have you heard of Michael? He's probably best known as
Michael, that ran the betting shop, was it?
No. That's my uncle on my mother's side. This is my father's side.
Right. Okay.
That's Michael, who runs the other betting shop.
And without looking at the article again, what is your name, sir?
My name is David. Yes. So while the deputies were speaking to the trio, a deputy noticed that a window was broken out in the front of the house that they were parked in front of, Shaun.
Bit suspicious.
Fresh blood was located on the shards of glass, and they noticed someone had attempted to forcibly enter the front door, causing over $1,000 worth of damage to the door and frame.
Okay.
He fell.
He fell and then tried to get in to clean up all the glass.
Oh, no, he fell and then he fell again. He kept slipping into the door. Deputies then began interviewing David, his uncle, and his mother. As expected, they told us all sorts of stories and denied having anything to do with the damage. David's uncle said he was with David all night, and he didn't see David damage the house because it was dark outside. However, he did see David walk to the rear of the house.
So he could have done anything back there and I couldn't corroborate it, officer.
Deputies also noticed that David, who, remember, window covered in blood, had fresh, jagged lacerations on his elbow, which he claimed he sustained during a fight the night before.
Okay, so the police wouldn't be happy about you fighting. But if you can establish that you got the cut somewhere else, and why would you lie about being in a fight to the police? You know?
And I lost the fight. Why would I lie about that? I'd have to be a silly goose to lie about losing the fight.
And I peed my pants, officer. And then I got sick all over myself.
He emphatically denied having anything to do with the broken window or trying to force the door open. He didn't do anything, right? There's fresh blood in my elbow, but that's just the cuts from last night. Open it up again. As we all know, that's how it works. While the deputies were collecting evidence at the scene, including voluntary DNA samples from David.
Man's confident. He thinks he can fake a DNA test.
David then told investigators he clearly, once they did the DNA, they probably left him there for a few minutes. And he clearly was like, I think my DNA might be on that window.
Funny feeling that my blood will look like my blood.
So he's like, right, look, small concessions. David walks up to the investigators. Florida man says, I did go up on the front porch of the house while I was drunk. Okay?
Okay.
I stumbled into the window, unintentionally breaking it. But David again claimed, I'm not trying to break in. I just had a bit of an oopsie daisy. I had a slip.
Oh, well, we've all had an oopsie daisy, says the cop.
High fives. Off you go. Based on the totality of the circumstances and the evidence collected, David was arrested and was transported to county jail where he's been charged with burglary. But Shaun, Florida man, we've got his word against the detective. The detectives know nothing. There's been no witnesses, no evidence other than DNA. What's there to link him to this crime?
So we often do this bit where I play the lawyer and like trying to defend. But like what? You've not given me a whole lot to work with on this one. The man said he was drunk. He's covered in cuts. His blood is on his arm and the window. And he was just mysteriously sitting outside of a house all night.
Yeah, but then he walked up to the porch and then he fell into the window. And the door was broken when I got here. I didn't actually touch the door.
But he'd still... Okay, so even if he doesn't get attempted burglary, he'd still have to pay damages for the window and the door.
No, like not the door, because the door was like that when I arrived. Don't try and get me on double that. Right? I just fell into the window. Look, I'll give you $50.
Wait, you admit you tried the door then?
No, I didn't try it. Well, the only reason I knew it was broken was because I fell into it.
And broke it?
Repeatedly.
And tried to get through?
Yeah, I tried to get through because I was trying to tell the people who lived there their door was broken.
But what connection have you to the people that live here? I'm the prosecutor now.
Because it's Mick from my mother's side.
No, Mick is your uncle that runs the betting shop.
Oh no! He's trying to break through the door to let them know he had broken the window.
Knock obviously. On the door.
But sure, how are they going to hear a knock? They'd hear a very simple... Sure, it's much easier. Rather than knock, ring the doorbell, sneak up the stairs, scream into their face while they're in bed. That's the only way they're going to find out.
Just you get a slight knock at your bedroom. Oh, sorry. And then Seabat is turned down. And then he's like, oh, your window's broken. And then how does that conversation go from there
I'll
Florida?
Talk to you after. I'll talk to you later, lads.
I'll be gone. The mum and the uncle are out there waiting.
I've taken enough of your time, right? I've just let you know I broke a window downstairs. The door probably needs a bit of a look at as well, but the window is main priority.
Anyway, have a good night.
Anyway, look, I won't disturb your sleep any longer. I know it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Anyway, talk to you after, lads. What's going on in there?
Here now.
Shaun, I think it's it for this week's Weird News.
It's been a week. We went on a big Harry Styles tangent there in the middle.
True. Well, you asked.
I did know, and I'm happy I learned, Connor. And a lot of smut talk this week.
A lot of smut. No more smut from now on.
No more smut. We're a clean-laced news show from now on, people.
Trying to get the kids involved.
Yeah, well, no, probably not. Probably not, given what we talk about. Would you like me to take us out, Connor?
Yes, please.
Thank you, everyone, for listening to this episode of Weird News Wednesdays. We will be back on Friday with Hero or Zero, Monday with Movie Mondays, and next Wednesday with another episode of Weird News Wednesdays. Big thank you to all of our lovely patrons who support us over on Patreon. Patreon.com/Heroes for Hire podcast. Shoutouts, of course, go to Róisín, Chunky Lobes Palmer, Joe Burney, Ryan Technically Fine Evanson, Waffles loves you and hopes you have a good day, David Clarke, Shaun Chuck it in the wash and it'll be grand Jamieson, Dominic, Anna Hjelmroos, Little Dicky, Funny Observation, McGrew, Danny McLaughlin, The Fabulous Frogman, Sam, Michelle Browne, Michaela Doughty, Sackman41 and Buster. Thank you all for your wonderful support. You're all absolutely amazing people. If you want to join those people, get the shout out, get the extra movie reviews and stuff that we do, head on over to the Patreon and check that out. There are other ways to support the show then. We have a merch store link below, heroesforhire.ie/shop. Twitter is @heroesforhirepod, the 4 is the number 4. Facebook is Detective Divilment's discussion group. Instagram is Heroes for Hire Podcast. And the best way to ever help out the show is to tell one human being that we exist.
Just the one, please.
And I think that's about it, Connor.
I think so. So I've been Connor Lawler.
I've been Shaun Chuck.
I shall see you all next week, guys.
Bye.
Bye.